In 2009, we began growing our family, or at least starting our family. And about 10 weeks into our pregnancy, we lost the baby through miscarriage. And so at that time, we knew that we wanted to continue trying to grow our family, and got pregnant with our second baby, and everything seemed to be going well. And about 11 weeks in, we lost the second baby. So during that time of just praying and really seeking the Lord and trying to understand what He was doing for our family and what our family was to look like, we sought out the advice and comfort of Chosen Ministries here at Prestonwood.
And it was actually through that process that we continued to expand our family, that God had blessed us with Paisley, our oldest daughter. We got pregnant, no complications, no problems. And then about 2 years later, the same with Molly, our middle child. God had blessed us with her. And after we had our two baby girls, we really began kind of feeling God was stirring our affections for the adoption process once again, that if we were going to have more kids, that maybe those feelings and that call that God had started 5 years ago while we were going through that suffering, that maybe now was the time to act on those. And so we began praying and seeking the Lord in that, and just really felt compelled to do something. We knew that God had called us to this, and we knew He would carry us through. And there was a lot of prayer, and there's a lot of seeking God, and we were tired of calling out darkness. We wanted to do something about it. And so we had a birth mom who chose life for Jeremiah, and we wanted to honor that. We wanted to come alongside her and bless her. And it was a brave decision that she made, and it was a faith decision to let Jeremiah into our family. You know, the Bible says that true religion is this, to care for the orphans and widows in their distress. And that can look a variety of different ways.
We thought that we were going to save a child. And what has actually occurred is that we've been able to share the gospel.
For us, it was to intercede on behalf of this birth mom and to bring JJ into our home and to raise him and to love him. And like I said, it's such a perfect picture of the gospel and what Christ has done for all of us. But there's so many different ways that you can come alongside families and be a part of the adoption process. I think one of the things that God really impressed upon us early on was, well, what does it mean to be pro-life? We know that it means that we fight for the sanctity of life. We believe that God is a creator, and He forms and He knits us. But it's not just about, don't abort these babies. When these birth moms choose life bravely, knowing that they can't care for this child, that they don't have the means, it means coming alongside and honoring them with a very good decision. And so rather than just saying don't abort, our prayer would be that the church would come alongside and we would own this and take responsibility for this and provide an opportunity to step in and intercede and adopt these babies. Because a lot of us do have the means and do have the resources to do that. So it's not just about saying don't do this, don't abort, but it's also saying, hey, how can we as a church come alongside you to honor this decision and do it in a way that is such a great reflection of the gospel?